Welcome to What's Happening on the Hill. On this podcast, we will share highlights, stories, and all the things that make Cottage Hill Christian Academy the place to be. You'll get to hear from our faculty and staff, students, coaches, alumni, and other members of the Warrior family tell about the life and the legacy of our school. Join us as we explore all the latest happenings and news on the Hill. This is What's Happening on the Hill.
Warrior Nation, we would like to welcome you to our very first episode of What's Happening on the Hill. My name is Chris Brazell, and I'm the head of school here at Cottage Hill Christian Academy, and we are extremely excited to launch this new podcast platform. Today I have with me Katie West, our communications director. Katie, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course. Like you said, I'm Katie West, and I joined the team last August as the communications director. But I am no stranger to the Cottage Hill family. I am a graduate of the academy, and I graduated in 2017. So I count it a very high honor to be back and just be a part of a great team.
Absolutely. We're glad to have you. What is it that inspired us to start a podcast, and how did we come up with the idea for the show?
Yeah, so I think our main goal as a school, as an institution, is to better communicate with our families and be able to tell our story. I think back of some things that I've heard you say over the years, and a huge thing is that if we don't tell our story, somebody else will. And being the communications director, I feel like it's part of my responsibility, a big part of my job, to be able to tell our story. And obviously we want that coming from us, not from anybody else. And so that's our goal. Our goal is to keep this in about 30 minutes or less so that you can listen to it on your way to school, while you're maybe getting groceries from the grocery store or on your way to work, just sometime throughout the day, just so that you can kind of know what's going on and just get a little more information about who we are and what's going on in the life of our school. And a really cool thing is, if you listen to podcasts, you can find this on any podcast platform out there. So Spotify, Apple Podcast, Outcast, really wherever, you just search for What's Happening on the Hill and it'll show up.
Absolutely. Thank you. And of course, as Katie mentioned, one of our strategic objectives is to provide an opportunity to our community to hear about what's going on at Cottage Hill Christian Academy. One of our strategic objectives, of course, is to improve communications inside and outside of our walls. And I know in future podcast episodes, you will be able to hear more about that. Of course, Katie mentioned where you can find our podcast, and please let us know if this is something that you guys are enjoying and what you might want to hear on future podcasts as we move forward. But yeah, I'm getting excited about this opportunity that we get to come before you guys and share what's going on at Cottage Hill Christian Academy.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. So, Mr. Brazell, what kind of topics are we going to cover, and kind of what are kind of the key themes that we might explore in each of these episodes?
Yes, absolutely. The biggest thing is sharing what is happening in the life of our school and important upcoming dates and updates regarding that of academics, athletics, and any event that we might be hosting here at Cottage Hill Christian Academy. We also are excited about the opportunity to interview teachers, students, alumni, to find out why they love Cottage Hill Christian Academy and what makes it such a special place, and other things they're doing to impact that of our community in the greater Mobile area. Coming up, as I mentioned earlier, we'll be sharing some of our operational plans that go along with our strategic objectives and our keeping the mission and expanding the Vision School Improvement Plan. But as we move forward, Katie, I guess I would ask you a simple question, and then I will kind of follow up and piggyback off of it. What do you hope our listeners will gain from listening to what's happening on the Hill? Yeah,
like we said earlier, I think really just a clear understanding of who we are and important things they need to be aware of. There's so much that happens underneath the roof of Cottage Hill Christian Academy when it comes to what our students are doing and what they're involved in, and when it comes to athletic events. I'm just thinking about right now in the spring when I pull up my calendar, it's like, wow, okay, cool. People might not realize what all goes on underneath the roof and even outside of the walls of our school and what we are involved in and what our students are doing, really. So I think that's going to be really cool for our listeners to hear, our parents to hear, our stakeholders to hear, just kind of other things that they might not even have any idea about.
Absolutely. So a clear understanding of who we are, continuing telling our story, important things that you might need to know in the days ahead. And then, of course, just be on the lookout for everything pertaining to that of the Warrior Way. As Katie mentioned, there are multiple pillars of the educational journey here at Cottage Hill Christian Academy, of things that's taking place on our campus spiritually, academically, athletically, in the arts. And this is going to be a place where you can come and gather that information. So hopefully in this short time that we've had already in this particular segment of what's happening on the Hill, you have enjoyed hearing another avenue to get information of Cottage Hill Christian Academy. And Katie, our communications director, thank you so much for your time today and, of course, communicating with us and the job that you do. And it's always so awesome to have one of your own back here under this roof in a different capacity. So thank you so much, Katie.
Of course. At this time, we would like to take a moment to talk about all things Warrior athletics. So let's welcome Coach Adam Thomas, our athletic director, as he gives us a quick update on all things athletics on the Hill.
Thanks, Katie. Excited about this new opportunity for Cottage Hill and the new podcast. But, sports in the spring really amps up with so many teams involved in spring sports. YDL Soccer just concluded with their YDL season. And be on the lookout for a YDL survey coming out to our families concerning next steps for our younger Warriors. Really interested to hear some feedback on which direction our families would like to go, and as we prepare to make that program as best we can. Spring's in full swing. Baseball's off to a start with several games under the belt. We'll be starting area play really soon here in the coming days. Softball, Coach Womble and the young ladies on the softball field are doing a great job. We're excited about some most recent wins for them in a few of their games. Track and field, which Coach Carvel Jones is working extremely hard in preparing for the upcoming events and season. We have great numbers in our track and field program. Soccer, our girls' soccer is ranked in the top 10. Coach Hike and his coaching staff and the young ladies are really poised and ready to make a run for playoffs in a deep way. Soccer, we're excited about an alumni coming back, Andrew He. Coach He's taken over our boys program and doing a phenomenal job with our young men on the pitch. So we're excited. Anytime we can get alumni coming back, it makes us stronger. Just because you have people there, former student athletes that really get the Cottage Hill mission and the vision. Golf's off to a good start with a lot of our boys and girls there with state experience, and those leadership is showing on the golf course. Tennis, we're bringing back our boys program in tennis, bringing it back to the forefront of an opportunity and an offering for our tennis program. And our young ladies are doing a tremendous job as we have several seniors that are involved in our tennis program, and Coach Jones and what he's doing there in our tennis program.
Yeah, Coach Thomas, just kind of reiterating that with our softball program we saw last week, or I know you and I were both at the game, but Coach Womble was able to receive that of her first win of many more to come and come back fashion against Bayshore in that doubleheader the other night. That was really good to see. I'm proud of the way our girls are fighting and playing and developing each and every day on our softball program. Also, just kind of reiterating that with Coach He. Good to have one of our own back in our boys soccer program, and looking forward. And it was great last week to see our soccer programs back on the pitch on campus down there with some of the renovations that we made. And I know that we're going to continue to make renovations to our athletic facility. But also during this segment, we would like to talk. You and I have been busy in regards to filling the void that was left by Coach Bobby Parrish with our football program. I know right now Coach Bobby Parrish meant the world to me as a student athlete during my time as a young teenager, having him pour into me at Theodore High School, and of course the legacy that he left in the 5 years that he was here with our football program at Cottage Hill, 3 years as a defensive coordinator, and then the last 2 as a head coach. We're glad that he got his 100th career win as a Cottage Hill Christian Academy Warrior. But anything else you want to add to Coach P, the man, the character, and everything that he has done for our football program over the last 5 years?
Coach P is a great, great man. And, having two young men to play for him and to have his expertise and his tutelage on a daily basis, it speaks volumes in the young man and the lives that he touched for so many years, not just here at Cottage Hill, but just speaking specifically for me, it's really great to see the impact on so many young lives. So Coach P is someone who will forever be a warrior, and we're excited that we had the opportunity, and we know that life throws curves at us and taking things in stride. We're excited to see how we can continue to partner with him as he moves forward. But exciting times for us when we had Coach P here, and it's a transition time, and anytime you come across change in the coaching ranks, it does present some opportunity for growth and some opportunity for change to come, and we're excited about the upcoming this week. This week we host WNSP. We'll have WNSP out for our Springs kickoff on Friday, and we'll do that early Friday morning, with a segment that will reveal our next coach in line, and followed up with an opportunity to do a meet and greet with the family. So we're excited about the change. We love Coach P, and we love what he's done for us, and we're looking forward to turning the page to who that next coach is going to be.
Thank you, Coach Thomas. Yes, Coach Bobby Parrish, if you're listening, if you know what a podcast is, we wish you a happy retirement. We wish you and your family the best in the days ahead. And as Coach Thomas mentioned, we've been busy over the last few weeks trying to find someone to lead our football program. And as he just mentioned, on Friday morning, to piggyback off that of our WNSP game day experience for our spring sports, our new head football coach will be revealed at that time to our community stakeholders and the rest of the state. And we're looking forward to that. Also, we're going to follow that up at 8:15 a.m. on the West Campus with a meet and greet with our new football coach. So we're just excited about the days ahead and look forward to coming together as a family to share that the direction that we're going in the days ahead. But once again, Coach Thomas, appreciate all you do for our athletic department. Katie, can't thank you enough for heading up the podcast, and we just look forward to seeing everybody as the week progresses at a Cottage Hill Christian Academy event.
So in this segment each week, we want to take a few minutes to highlight some of the important events that might be coming up at Cottage Hill. So, Mr. Brazell, let's take a look at the Cottage Hill calendar.
This Friday, March the 17th, on the West Campus from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., we get to host WNSP Game Day, where we'll be highlighting that of our spring sports and athletic department. Families, please remember this is also a half a day for our students as we end the third quarter, and our faculty and staff will meet for professional development that afternoon. Also, we're excited on Sunday, March the 19th, to host our middle school preview day for students going into grades 6 through 8th. This event is for prospective families with students in middle school for the next academic calendar and not currently enrolled at CHCA for the 2023-2024 school year. We are eager to show our community to anyone who is interested and would like to learn more about the Warrior Way. Also on April the 1st, we have Light Up the Hill. Miss Katie West, have you ever been to a Light Up the Hill event?
I have, but if our listeners haven't, what should they expect?
Light Up the Hill is a silent auction to support our athletic programs at Cottage Hill Christian Academy, hosted by our Warrior Club. This year's event will take place on the West Campus on April the 1st from 6 to 8 p.m.
Yeah, so this is going to be a fun-filled evening with dinner that I hear is sponsored by Moe's Barbecue, so nobody can be upset about that. And it's also a silent auction and even a tuition drawing for the upcoming school year. So I don't think people want to really miss out on that. You can purchase your tickets in the link in the podcast notes, but also on the Warrior Club website. And also, if you want to know kind of what they're going to be auctioning off, you can visit their Facebook page, and they've been posting and keeping everybody updated on kind of some things that might be for sale.
Absolutely. And we're so grateful for our Warrior Club. And over the last decade, they have raised over $500,000 to support that of our athletic department, and we are grateful for their efforts.
Yeah, that's awesome. So also coming up on April 27th and 28th will be our theater department's Aladdin Junior production. Each night this will be held at 6 o'clock p.m. at our church campus. So in the worship center, you can go on Simple Tix and buy your tickets, reserve your seats. They always do a fantastic job every year, so we're always looking forward to that. And last but not least, right now, our Legacy Golf Tournament on May 6th. So we're excited about that. How about you, Coach?
Absolutely. We brought our Legacy Golf Tournament, or had our inaugural Legacy Golf Tournament last year. We're looking forward to doing that again. It was a great turnout, and we're so thankful for those who participated, and we hope that you enjoyed the beautiful day as well. May the 6th, there's opportunities to put together a team as well as whole sponsorship opportunities. You can visit our website at chcacademy.com under the Get Involved tab. And then, of course, we would just like to look for you on the golf course on May the 6th so we can have a great time of fellowship and fun.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that event. So, again, we're excited about this podcast, and we hope to see you next week.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of What's Happening on the Hill. At CHCA, we will keep the mission, expand the vision, and demonstrate warrior pride in all we do. Make sure to keep up with all things Cottage by following us on social media or visiting our website, chcacademy.org. Cottage Christian Academy, where we live out our motto of faith, family, and future. We'll see you next time for another episode of What's Happening on the Hill.